boys and girls, I have to tell you, you have really outdone yourself with the word problems, especially the ones from last week. I want to do one every week because I love the way you're thinking. And I even wrote a couple of notes down that I wanted to make sure I shared with you because I had been asking you to draw the picture of the word problem so you can better see it on paper. And then I asked you to write an equation that showed me the answer. And then I said, make sure you get the right answer. Well, some of you, wow, went above and beyond. And one thing I didn't even think about was that Sarah, she showed me how she got it also using a number bond. So she wrote the equation and then she wrote the number bond after. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah. And Avery, remember the story was about 4 people wanting a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and how many pieces of bread did you use? So when Avery drew it, she drew her whole family at a picnic because she has a mom and a dad and a brother and herself. So there were 4 people in her family, and I think Avery had them in the 4 corners. They each had a sandwich, and so she wrote 2 and plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And then, I'm not sure if it was Avery, but someone else brought those 2's together and said 4 plus 4 equals 8. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8, and 4 plus 4 equals 8. Really awesome work. So that's what I want us to work on today. Is I'm going to give you a new word problem, and I want you to draw it. I want you to make an equation, and I want you to make sure you have the right answer. Check, check, check. But I love how creative you are being. And if you want to put in something from your own life, if you want to show me that that answer has a number bond, because if it's even adding or subtracting, that would have a number bond, wouldn't it? Yeah. So there's a lot to think about. I think word problems are really, really cool. They are. So let's imagine for just a minute that we are building something. This is not your word problem. Okay? Don't start writing. Don't get paper. None of that. I'll show you your word problem in just a minute. Right now, we're doing an imagination. Let's imagine that Miss Rudd has to move her things. I have to. Actually, a few years ago I did. I had to pack up my whole house, and I had to move here to Nashua, which was really nice because now I live in the same town with all of my students. But my house was very, very far away, and I needed some big, big moving vans. Ready? Each of the moving vans had 4 wheels. I had 2 moving vans. How many wheels in all? That's the question. Want to see how I would draw it? All right. So I had to move. If I was like Avery and I wanted to make it about myself, maybe I would draw that I am living in this house, and I have a road, and I'm going far away. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm going to move. Oops, definitely can't see that. I'm going to move to this house. Right? I'm going this way. And I'm taking all of my stuff. As you can see. So, I needed 2 moving vans, right? So I would draw the moving vans. 1 and 2. 2 moving vans. Is that my equation? It's not. How many wheels are on each moving van? 4. 1, there's 1 hiding in the back. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have how many here? 4 on this van, 4 on this van. I'm adding them. 4 plus 4 equals 8. That's a good equation, but maybe, what's another equation? When you look at the moving vans, do you see another one? I see 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is, yep, still equals 8. I can check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, if I wanted to make a number bond, can't really do that with all these 2's. That's too many. But I could do it here, couldn't I? I could do 8 would go here. See that? Right? And what would go in the top ones? It would. 4 and 4. That is cool. Want me to show you something really cool? What number did I write a lot here? Number 2. How many times did I write it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. How many times? Have you heard about multiplication? 2 times 4 equals 8. Now, boys and girls, all you have to have is the picture, the equation, and the right answer. Moms and dads, that's enough. Sometimes if we have them write too many things, it's too much. But I have to put a challenge there for the kids that are really ready to move ahead with this. They don't need to know how to multiply in kindergarten, but I have a couple I'm thinking about right now who are going to be, and if we keep doing that, eventually that's going to be a natural process for them. So, I just want something very simple. Are you ready for what your problem is? I know some of you just can't wait. Here we go. I'm going to hold it up. Now, I hope nobody said, Mom, read this. Dad, read this. I hope what you're doing is looking for words you already know. I'm going to put it on the board, and we're going to look at it again together. Remember, try and lion. I want you to try before you ask anybody. Whoops, I got to try and hang that up a little better. Okay, so ready? I'm going to get out my yellow marker so I can mark this a little bit. First of all, I like to look for sight words when I don't know a word. So ready? Oh, do you see that little tiny word that's one letter? It's here. What's that word? A and A and A. Very good. Now, we've been doing some sight words. Ooh, look at this one. And. Very good. And was one of our words we know. You see another sight word? I see in. Can you find it? In. Right there. In. Okay. So we know some of these words already. This here is what? That's your question mark. That's your punctuation. Oh, and here's something else. What's that? That's also punctuation. There's another punctuation here. This is different. This is called a comma. It just means you take a little break, a breath. You don't, this is like a stop sign, and this one is just a little break. This one here, when you read that, it's a question mark and your voice goes up. Y-O-U, here we go. You have a wag on. Now I go back. You have a wagon, here's a big one, wheelbarrow. Not sure if you know what a wheelbarrow is. You'll have to talk to your parents about that. You have a wagon, a wheelbarrow, and a bicycle. Here we go. I like to keep going back so it makes sense. You have a wagon, a wheelbarrow, and a bicycle in your yard. How many, oh, it looks like this word, wheelbarrow, wheels. Here's the question, how many wheels? Now, boys and girls, the key here is you have a wagon. If you're not sure how many wheels are on a wagon, it's okay to talk to someone at home. A wheelbarrow. How many wheels are on a wheelbarrow? That's a trick one. That's a trick one. Because when I was first doing it, I'm thinking, there are 3 wheels on a wheelbarrow. There's not. Wheelbarrow's different. So think about that and talk to someone at home. You have a wagon, a wheelbarrow, and a bicycle. A bicycle, not a tricycle, not a four-wheeler, bicycle. Okay? So you can draw this a lot of different ways. You can come up with a different equation. You can come up with a lot of different things. But there's only one right answer. And in order to get the right answer, you might have to do a little research. Research can mean asking your parents. Research can mean, if they don't know, finding a way to find out. Call somebody. Look it up on the internet if you have that. You must have it if you're watching me. So you can do that. So here's your question. Read it with me one last time. And then if Mom and Dad want to freeze it on this so that you can go ahead and do your work. Ready? Everybody read. You have a wagon, a wheelbarrow, and a bicycle in your yard. How many wheels altogether? Draw it, write the equation, come up with the right answer. Those are your 3 checks. If you come up with something different, you just might blow my mind. I hope you have fun with this. I love word problems. And work on your engineering project. I'm going to work on my angel today. She needs a little adjustment. My prototype isn't quite right. Ready? See you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile, in an hour, sunflower, maybe 2, kangaroo, gotta go, buffalo, adios, hippos, chow, chow, brown cow, see you soon, baboon, adieu, cockatoo, better swish, jellyfish, chop, chop, lollipop, gotta run, skeleton, bye-bye, butterfly, better shake, rattlesnake, goodbye, my good friends. See you tomorrow.